All units, please respond. We got a 7467. Two idiots spilling the tea about their neighbors.
Welcome to episode 154.
The Credibility Coach returns.
There goes the neighborhood. Hey there, self-aware bougie crew and lost CRN trolls.
Got a question, a comment, a complaint, a Buckwild neighbor story? Well, give us a call. Leave a message at 239-300-7276.
And to sponsor our awesome show, you can email us at info@crazyrichneighbors.com to inquire about opportunities. And shout out to our sponsors here in Boca Raton, Podcast Junkies.
And you can check out our full video episodes on our Crazy Rich Neighbors YouTube channel, or we are also in the process of adding every single Bougie Bible episode or segment, if you will. So if there's something you want to check out independent of an episode, they'll all be up there for your viewing pleasure.
Yes, don't forget to subscribe.
Yes, please.
We need to go on like a subscription drive.
I know, right? Well, and thank you to everyone who just subscribed.
Yes, welcome.
Welcome to the neighborhood, y'all. And running aboard is our very own Benny Ben.
Hey, Benny.
I mean, no, it's Benjimon.
It is Benjimon.
New year, new you.
Yes.
Benjimon.
Benjimon.
Yes,
Oh, you're French now.
Benjimon.
How's
Oui,
your
oui.
love life going, Benny Ben?
It's all right. It's going. You
All
know.
right.
Ben will be A-okay no matter
Another
what.
day, another
because
love
He's
life.
a catch.
There
You
we
are a
go.
catch, chow.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you guys. You know, I just wish, the women out there would realize that. But
You,
hey.
You do A-okay in that departmente.
I know, Benny.
Look, you're
We have-
young, you're free.
Yeah, I guess
Let
that's
your freak flag fly,
I
honey.
guess so. I guess I gotta let it flap in the wind.
Oh,
Oh,
Jesus.
boy. Oh, boy. All
You
right.
said that, I didn't.
Lord, no
But,
flaps.
how are you guys doing? How's my lovely ladies
We're
doing?
good.
Got a little bit of a sinus infection, so if I sound nasally on the show today, y'all, that's why.
And no champers.
No, I can't drink. I'm
Ah.
drying out.
Yes.
I'm on 3 different prescriptions. I gotta
Get well soon, baby
kick
cakes.
this. Anywho, breaking news
Yes.
today. We finally know what's up with Kate Middleton.
Oh my God, I feel so terrible.
I do
All the conspiracy
too.
theories.
Let me tell you, I participated.
Yeah, so did I, right? So
my
did I.
God.
But no, there's some extreme ones out there. Like
I
she
know.
was murdered, like he had another baby, she had a nervous
beat her up,
breakdown.
right.
She's no longer with us, the psychics were
I know.
saying.
I was like, her parents would not keep that
I
under wraps if she were
know.
deceased or unalived.
Oh my goodness gracious.
But it's terrible news nonetheless. Cancer diagnosis.
Oh, double. And that's why William pulled out of that King Constantine of Greece's memorial service. He found out right before, apparently that's when he found out.
When you say double, you mean Charles and Kate, or what do you
Yeah,
mean by double?
Oh, no. I meant, double Charles and Kate. But William found out, remember when he pulled out of that funeral?
I do. I just didn't know if she had a double diagnosis.
No.
Okay.
No. But
I
apparently,
do remember when he pulled out of that funeral.
But apparently he found out like before. I guess he couldn't just face the public.
But that happened after she'd already been in the hospital.
But they did say that it was after the surgery. That's what she said today, that after the
yeah,
surgery, then
okay.
they biopsied.
That makes sense. Because whenever you get something removed, they send it to, what's the word? I can't remember. It starts with a P. Yeah, and then they check it out and,
Yeah. I mean, she looked,
the name
she
I'm looking for?
post-mortem? No.
No, it's like P. Never mind. But they analyze your tissue after your surgery, so that makes sense.
Yeah. That's scary. And with stomach cancer and things like that, like once you feel the pain of it, like it's usually pretty far down.
Yeah, but we don't know. Is it
Historically.
colorectal? Like, could she have had some sort of bleeding that indicated that she had an issue? Or
know.
was it stomach? Was it ovarian? They only said abdominal. So, like, you have your, as a woman, you have your ovaries or uterus, in addition to your stomach, your colon, your bowels.
I hope that everybody can now leave her alone, of
Me?
course.
And just send support and love.
Yes, Haz and Meg,
Ugh.
they sent their health and healing best wishes.
And what's the
Blah,
name
blah,
of
blah.
Maggie's little new company?
American Orchard Riviera.
That is disgusting. Terrible.
very bad.
What
Very bad.
Who told her that name is a good name?
And then she soft launched on IG. Is the website even up with
Child, I
product?
ain't giving them a download. You check.
I know, right? Terrible, terrible.
Terrible.
But King Charles says he's so proud of Kate Middleton for her courage in revealing her diagnosis. I mean, the rumors were really
She
terrible,
had to.
though.
Yeah, she had to.
They ha-
because then, like, they had those two people walking around Windsor Farm stand that looked nothing like either Wills nor Kate.
Yes, I know.
Didn't look like either of them. So then they thought that would shut us all up. First, they thought the
No.
Mother's Day photo would shut us
No.
all up.
No.
Which we all called bullshit on that.
Totally.
Then they thought, okay, we'll send these two schmucks out to like the Windsor Farm store, and that only made things
it
worse.
didn't look like her at all.
And I think that's like people know when they're trying to be sold a bill of goods.
Yeah, exactly.
And we all know that, something ain't right. So just,
No.
I'm sorry that they had to
But their PR people should be fired. I'm
They
sorry. They
absolutely.
bungled that. If we were in charge, they would have never been like that.
100.
I'm sorry.
And this ain't rocket science.
No, it's not.
You know what I mean?
It's not. They bungled it.
Absolutely.
But she looks good. She looks very frail as always, and she's
Oh.
doing preventative chemotherapy. I hope she doesn't lose her beautiful hair.
I know. That's what I was thinking when I saw the video.
Oh, well wishes and get well
Prayers
soon,
up.
Princess Kate. But that's it. I mean, no more. I won't be talking about it anymore.
Well, I'm leaving my options open.
I know. And if you talk about it, I might opine.
Well, look, if they're going to continue to lie to us,
I know, don't lie.
You know?
Jesus. And they should have just stayed. They should have just stuck to their guns and said that she would be
Back
out in the
at
public
Easter.
eye back like after Easter is what they said.
well,
You know?
maybe she ain't going to make it, back into the public, I mean, by
Yeah.
Easter. So maybe they
they'll
had
let her,
to.
Maybe they'll let her be.
Yeah, because maybe she's not up for an Easter walkabout to church.
But all of the psychics were saying how like he's cheating on her like father like
Oh,
son, and this is
no.
like I don't know, they called it, but they also called weird things like she's not with us anymore.
Yeah, so
spirit's
take
been
a lesson from
harvested.
the credibility coach, people.
Okay, exactly. Well, we are back with Mitchell Levy, who is a global credibility expert, two-time TEDx speaker, and author of over 60 books for another round. And this time it's all about hitting it where it hurts. In a good
Ouch.
way, of course. We're talking about your CPOP.
Your customer point of pain. Now, Mitchell's got the down low on how to spot it, how to understand it, how to make it work for you and your clients. And he's also on episode 144, which is called The Credibility Coach. And so if you watch that, you know you're in for some solid advice. And if you didn't watch it, then go back and watch episode 144.
Welcome back, Mitchell.
It is good to be here. It's always fun to be with the two of you.
Oh, thanks. Not everybody feels that way. Mostly our husbands.
And then it's like
it's a lot to
50-50.
take in. I'm telling you, it's a lot to take in.
We are a lot, but you're just the man who can handle it.
Oh,
How have you
gosh.
been since we last chatted?
Overall, I'm doing great, and I've got some new things that I'm focused on. And I have one issue that popped up this week I'm not very excited about.
Uh-oh.
So I'm just going to bring it to attention because if this is you as well, let me know. The short answer is somebody hacked my Facebook account and I no longer have it.
That happened to
What?
me
Yes.
2 years ago, Mitchell. I can help you.
Oh, that would be great.
Oh, right. I remember when that happened.
Oh my God. Somebody sent me like a phishing link. I thought it was really from Meta. I don't know how was yours hacked?
Oh, so this is where it's crazy. I have no idea.
Oh, shoot.
Because I had two-factor authentication in.
So did
never got
I.
it. I never got the phone. I never got a email.
Right.
Next thing I know, I can't log in.
Wow.
And there's no customer service. You can't
There's
get
no
any
customer
help.
service. So all of the people I was following, so all my friends were removed,
Oh, no.
and now he's selling crypto.
Oh,
He
snap.
stole your
So
imagine
too. Imagine this. So
Oh
it's
my
just,
God.
if this hasn't happened to you, here's what you imagine. You go to lunch because I found it within an hour. So you go to lunch and you come back from lunch. Somebody has broken into your house,
Ay, ay, ay.
changed the locks.
Ah,
The alarm that was on is no longer going on, but the alarm company was never called. You dial 911, nobody picks up the line because there
Oh
isn't.
my God.
yep.
And then to make matters worse, they open up a side window and sell some drugs to kids.
Jesus.
Honestly, that's
what happened.
crazy.
That's a
Really?
nightmare. That's not exactly what happened to our account, but here's the thing. I had to pay for the advice that I'm going to give you. So we're going to do it offline because it's not fair to the company that I paid to broadcast this to our entire Bougie Crew audience. So stay on the Zoom after we finish, and I'll take you through what I did.
Fantastic.
And
Thank
it's
you.
such an important business tool for you and
Right.
marketing tool. And did they just wipe all of your content clean? Like they just
I
cleared your.
don't- No, I think if I'm going to guess, and this is why it bothers me as a credibility person.
People are like,
they-
oh, Mitchell's selling crypto now?
What's next, crack?
Exactly. Exactly. So what they're doing is they're using my brand and my
Ugh,
my
your
my
network.
credibility, my network. So I'm having friends,
Oh,
family who I haven't contacted go, so Mitchell, should I take advantage of this
Oh
offer?
my
oh
God.
my God. You can't call the FBI or somebody?
Well, that's where so far I've gone to the Attorney General of California who said that's not what they focus on.
Oh my gosh.
So the question becomes where else, and so as I keep getting advice, I keep doing new things.
All right, well, I'm going to tell you what worked for me, and hopefully it works for you. And what a pain in the tuchus. Oh, my God.
Terrible.
I've not heard somebody use the word Turkish in a while. How old are you again?
Young.
51. Old enough to use the word tuchus, Mitchell.
Oh, Lord.
Guess so.
Why don't you just blame the hubby? Be like you heard him say it.
He didn't grow up here. He
I
has
know,
no idea.
right?
He doesn't speak Yiddish. Anyway, well, we're going to help you. But in the meantime, let's talk about C-Pops and remind our Bougie Crew who saw you in 144 what they are before you teach us how to craft one of our own.
Absolutely. So, as a quick summary, between 2019 and 2020, I interviewed 500 thought leaders on credibility. I've been practicing and deploying credibility since then over 1,000 times.
Wow.
And I know it's kind of cool. It's weird when I say that, but it's very cool.
Yeah.
And what's interesting is as powerful as credibility is, and it is,
Mm-hmm.
what comes first is clarity. And the CPOP is a formulaic way in which you can have clarity of who you are as a professional,
That's awesome.
right? And that's so CPOP stands for Customer Point of Possibilities. And it is so many things, but we'll just say it represents the compass in which you can see yourself. And when you talk to others, it's a way in which they can absolutely see who you are and how you show up in the world.
What if you have different business pursuits all going on simultaneously?
Good question, Mia.
Yeah.
By the way, many of us do,
Right.
right? And when I look at me, I'm holding on to 3 different CPOPs. So I have this foundation. Who am I as a foundation level? Who am I as sort of an ongoing work level? And then who am I as in my transactional level? Right. So my transactional is I'm transforming from who I was to who I need to go. So the answer to your question is I often think about where do you make first, can you up level what you're doing as high as possible? Not up level like you serve the world, but rather how do they all tie together? The second is, and this is really interesting, where does 80% of your revenue come in? So as an example, one of my students focuses primarily on successful women. So when she shares her CPOP, if it turns out that there's a successful man in the room who is interested, he's going to say, hey, I know you work with successful women, but the way you spoke resonated with me. Would you work with me as well? So in that particular scenario, although she's very focused on an audience, she now has a choice of saying, yeah, of course I'll work with you if that's what she wants to do.
Question.
Does that make sense?
Yes, but I have a question. What if you're in a scenario where you have enough work on your plate, that you're not seeking new customers, but you want to use your CPOP to, sort of align your talents or your, unique offerings to the customer base you already have.
Like a personal brand
Yeah.
statement or
What do you do when
Yeah.
you're not seeking new opportunities or new customers, but you want to maximize the ones you have?
So think about the CPOP as the playground you play at,
Mm-hmm.
right? So if you're going to define a playground, you're gonna and if you're a parent, and you're looking at the playground and you're talking to another parent and you describe what's in it. Well, it has this sort of equipment. It has a seesaw, it has a sandbox, right? It has a swing,
Mm-hmm.
right? And what happens is you could describe it to somebody else, and then you could say, oh, by the way, it's full at the moment, but this is the best playground I've ever seen. You may want to go back there in an hour from now. So what I would the way you answer the question is if you're not directly in client acquisition mode,
Mm-hmm.
which by the way, congratulations,
Mm-hmm.
in client acquisition mode, if you are of service to that audience, there will most likely be other service providers who could also add value in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
So although you may not be attracting new clients, you are always looking for referral partners
True.
and
Yep.
for people you could reach out to who will add incremental value to the audience you're already serving.
True. Very good. Exactly.
okay.
Yes. Okay. Got it. That's awesome. And I have to share with you in our audience, the last time you were here, I described a work situation I was having in which a client sort of put me into a really awkward situation where she gave me bad direction and in one instance no direction, which led me to do something that I shouldn't have done. And I didn't want to throw her under the bus with her team, so I just sort of sucked it up, Buttercup. Well, fast forward all these months, now she's sort of fallen out of favor with her own team, and to your point about reestablishing credibility, what you told me at the time, I did all the things you told me to, and I think doing all those things over the course of time helped me reestablish my lost or hurt credibility from that situation. So thank you.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing. And I think if you're going to summarize it, what I remember was just be the better human, just be the person who stands up and says, listen, this was a mistake. I'll own it.
Yep.
It won't happen. Is that what you did?
Pretty much, because I didn't feel like I could have thrown her under the bus to her own team. Now I know the real scoop about her in the organization. But yes, I did. And, it never happened again. We put in some new procedures and
You're protected.
yeah.
And your brand
And
is
I
important.
kept covering my butt with correspondence and meeting recaps and next steps outlined and things
Good.
like that. So
And cream always rises to the top.
Well,
you
thanks,
know?
Queen.
It's the truth, right?
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Happy to
thank
hear
you.
that.
Well, thanks for your help.
Well, you're welcome.
So how does the process start to discovering
who
one
would-
CPOP?
Who would like to go first? We can do both
Yeah.
of you. Who would like to be
Rox,
not volunteer to go?
Oh God. Okay, I'll fumble
You
through.
go.
And I'm the most spastic, okay? So this is not going to be an easy
You
one.
got this, Queen.
Ooh.
It's what I'll say when we start up front. If you're really transparent and you live out loud and you ignore some of the marketing cookie cutter stuff that we all have,
Mhm.
we can land on something.
Okay.
If we don't land on something, it don't take it personally. And I'm going to be very direct because that's kind of who I am in that way. If we can't land on something, that means there's some marketing cookie cutter stuff like how we should act in life that might be getting in the way. And so these are things to be thinking about that you could work on over time.
Okay.
Does that sound fair? Okay.
Mhm. I feel scared.
Don't be scared. You want to hold my hand?
Oh, you're so sweet.
Your hand's nice and warm.
So if you are a credible human, then you are. So if you're a credible human, you are of service to others. right? So it's really two questions. First question is who are you of service to? And we'll go there in a second. And the second question is based on who you're service to, what is the pain point that they perceive that they need to get over, or what is their pleasure point?
Okay.
Right. So Tiffany, I call it customer point of possibilities, not just customer point of pain, but customer point of possibilities, because it could be a pain point or a pleasure point. All right. So
So
Mia, who do you serve?
so what if I'm serving two masters at
Right.
once, right? Like I have
ahead.
two. I'm transitioning out of a 23-year
I
career.
thought we ended that in February.
No, they begged me to stay until
Now-
June.
Oh, Jesus Christmas. You ain't ever walking away.
So in one hand, I serve citizens of tourism-dependent countries. So I do
Well, maybe you have two CPOPs
destination marketing for countries that really rely on tourism. That's their bread and butter. That's how people eat, send their kids to school, survive. And I'm transitioning now already. I'm double fisting. Okay, so I have literally two full-time jobs, and I've transitioned into our family business. It's in the beverage industry. So we service, we serve whatever convenience stores, specialty retail chains, gyms, colleges and universities. So it's a beverage program, and so but ultimately, I'm people driven. So I feel driven to what drives me and kept me going in my 23-year career is that what I felt like what I was doing was helping to move the countries forward to help the citizens of those countries. And a drive for me now with joining the family business is to our shareholders who've been with us since day one, and also to the staff members team members, not staff members, who rely on us for their retirement and to feed their families. And this is their big chance to also be successful and to have financial freedom. So it's beyond just them getting their 9 to 5. I feel driven to help people, but help myself too, and help our family and build generational wealth. But I'm a people-driven person beyond.
in a marketing capacity.
In a marketing capacity, yes, on both sides in marketing. So this is my alter ego creative.
Well, this is our fun
outlet.
hobby that we'd love to turn into a business.
We would love
someday.
to, yeah. And maybe you can help us get to that too.
Well, you're first of all, you're
See,
having
pop
fun.
your cherry, honey.
Yes.
Anyhow, you're having fun. It looks like you're doing well.
Yeah.
Right. So first of all, it may be a little bit difficult because you're trying to. We're in the witness protection program. There's only so much you say. So
I will
I'll
be to
end-
a certain degree with that as well, Mitchell, when it's my turn.
let's focus on where you're transitioning versus where you've been,
Okay.
because where you're transitioning is the reason for a CPOP is how do you craft your life going forward, and how do you want people to see you?
I'm
Right.
transitioning into entrepreneurship and real entrepreneurship and taking a leadership role in the country. Yes,
Company.
I'll still be in the company. Yes.
She ain't
but-
running for president.
Yeah, no child. But yeah, so entrepreneurship and business leadership, which is something that I've always wanted to do, but I've, now is the time.
And what are you transitioning into? What is the role that you have?
Managing partner.
Okay. In terms of the company, where do they make their revenue?
Selling beverage programs,
I don't know what that means. So,
selling beverages, beverage solutions. Like we sell beverage programs to places that need
Like
beverage
convenience
solutions.
stores or colleges or
Yes,
schools.
it's like, they have food and beverage programs.
Fast serve beverages.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
let's assume. So
So
it's
we
going to
s-
be hard for me to interpret, but let's
You're going to
say
have a
that.
doozy of a time with me.
But just think
Yeah.
if all of gyms, colleges and universities,
7-Elevens.
Convenience stores, they need beverage providers. They need beverage programs and beverage solutions to sell to their customers. So we're a B2B business.
That's like as close as I think you're going to
Yeah.
be able to get.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. And what what are you solving for them? You're giving them a solution, I
Yes.
guess.
Yeah. We're solving
They
just
need beverages to sell to their
yeah,
constituents.
What makes you different?
because we have one of the best patented uh, robots that makes things out there on the market.
And the ingredients are
Yeah,
much higher level than other
clean,
people's.
organic, non-GMO, all the stuff that, we're proud to push out into the world. We're not pushing,
It's all healthy.
pop,
Right.
soda pop.
Chemical. It's not chemicals like the other junk you get there.
Yeah.
Hmm. So makes the what makes the end product a two questions. We'll do the positive one first. What makes the end product better for the convenience store owner to hold?
It's self-serve and it's just a superior quality product.
Tell me about why the quality is better. It's generic, so it's hard to put
Yeah,
minds
it's
around that.
clean, it's GMO, it's non-artificial, nothing artificial, no artificial flavors, no sugar added.
Got it. What's the pain point? What's the market today? What are you up against?
Well, it's seasonal. It's a it's a cold beverage program of up to 600 different potential drink combinations of anything from iced coffee to frappes and smoothies, refreshers, you name it. Our robot produces it with a click of a button.
It's
and
great. I've had it. It's amazing.
Yeah, and
Really?
so
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah.
it
It's
is.
awesome.
It's seasonal though. Obviously, we're selling cold beverages, and some of our best clients are in the based in very cold places.
I wish we had him closer here. 'Cause I'd be drinking it all the time.
They are good. You can always go by the
Really?
office,
Oh,
girl.
that's
Yeah, I will
awesome.
go to the office.
So
free.
if you think about the places which are selling your products or giving them away, and we could always talk offline if you want.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Would you be happy if we had 6 words that can truly articulate a CPOP for you?
Sure. I have to
No,
give
no.
those to you.
Oh, I can give it to you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no. So typically what happens when you get a CPOP and you haven't really thought this way before, you've got to internalize it. And the thing that you want somebody to share, and I mentioned this last time, I hadn't mentioned this yet. So let's say as a strategic partner, managing partner, you're going out and you're trying to close the next specialty retailer, right? When they say, "Hey, tell me, what do you do?" You need to talk to somebody in such a way where they want to ask you the question, "Tell me more." Right? That's so I'm going to give you six words, right, that you could focus on. And in this case, the particular "tell me more," I think should focus around the word healthy beverage solutions, right? Because that's kind of what you focused on.
Mm-hmm.
I think your "tell me more" could also say, because we're using a robot and automation, it also means significantly increased ROI based on the footprint you have that you're
Yes.
being able to use,
Yes.
right? So that goes into the "tell me more." Your CPOP, I'm going to give you 6 words:
Mm-hmm.
specialty retailers delivering healthy beverage solutions.
And you could then switch that out for, fast,
Yes.
whatever you call the
Yeah.
convenience stores.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yep. And that's in
Well-
line with what we with our pitches. That's
What-
very much in
I
line.
might actually not switch it out with convenience stores.
Okay. Why so?
We are
Well,
shifting
by the
away
way,
from trying
Oh,
to
you
shift.
are? Okay. All
But
right.
they don't want
Yeah.
healthy and
Really?
not really. No, you
Yeah.
want yummy,
Well, those
they
are yummy.
Yeah, they are.
Okay. Well, then,
Right.
good.
The reason I went with all that, because that was what appeared to be most important to you. It's what helps stand out. The reason you would go with specialty retailers is a
But we're not a
Specialty-
specialty retail though. That's our customer. Like that's our now
Your market.
yeah, that's the target audience.
right. The reason you want to use that in your CPOP is that a specialty a specialty
Retailer.
retailer, thank you, doesn't want to be a convenience store, but a
No,
convenience store would love to be looked at as a specialty retailer.
not all. Not
Maybe.
all. Maybe
Yeah,
some.
but the
Actually, some.
specialty retailers don't know that you also talk to the convenience stores like that. That's, between you and them.
Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, but every convenience store is different, you know. Some want to be elevated and some are just like give
We
me
good.
the basics.
Right.
Give me my milkshakes.
They bring all the
Oh,
books
it's
to the yard.
Yeah, stop.
I got you. So anyhow, that's kind of what I would be thinking about for you is when you think about your website and how you show up in your marketing and your material, it's that first piece is around delivering healthy beverage solutions.
Yes.
And then the quick follow-up is, okay, this is healthy, so it might make you feel good, but let me tell you what will make you feel better. Because of how we do it, your ROI will be significantly higher because blah blah blah.
Yes. Yep. That makes perfect sense. And that's right on track
Oh, cool.
with what we were thinking.
Of whatever this company was that doesn't exist, that
No, it
Oh,
exists.
it very much exists.
No, I'm just kidding.
I've been there.
65 million drinks sold. Thank you
Woo,
very much.
child.
Hello.
Ooh,
Miss Sheila, don't pay
nice.
yourself, honey.
I'm working to pay Sheila.
Now, how's that feel for you?
So
Feel
I don't
okay?
have to do that.
Amen, sister.
Oh gosh.
How does it feel
Good,
for
good,
you?
good, great. Yes. Good. Good. I think what I was so hoping to also get out of this as well is like how do you I think this is probably like a private
Yeah.
session or whatever, but I think it's how does like one brand themselves when they've done several different things, or even look at you with your writing and even with this stuff, you practically produce this whole show and your career that you've had illustrative before what you're doing now in advertising
I don't know.
in
it
the heart
sounds
of
like
New York City. How
it
do
could
you
be
how?
too many. Right.
Right. Like, and so how do you reconcile? And I'm almost
Like, how
a
do you
little
do one big overarching C-pop for yourself
yes
that
represents
all the breadth of your work? I don't know if
That's
is that
it.
possible? Is
That-
it too much?
That is
Well,
what
so
I
the
need to get
question
to at
is,
some point. And you too, I think.
Yeah, I'm very
and I'm
interested.
going to say I don't know if I agree with you.
That's fair. You're the credibility
Okay.
coach after all.
So, because what happens is when you ask me to do when people read my bio, like there's so much stuff on it, but I didn't do all at once. I've done
True.
it over years.
Right.
When I talk to somebody, I just need enough credibility. So I'll bring out what's appropriate, but I don't need all of it.
Yeah.
So the question I would say for you personally is if you can walk into a room and have absolute clarity of who you are and how you show up and people see that, where you really add incremental value is to tell me more.
It depends who
notice
your
when you-
audience is. Just like when we're creating an ad, you're not going to put in 14 benefit statements.
Yeah,
It really,
true.
so okay, that makes sense.
Thank you. And that's what I wanted to make sure you understood. The tell me more is different based on your audience.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Right. Fair
Right.
enough.
Just as an example, when you said, "Hey Mitchell, what's the CPOP?" I gave a little bit of background just so people understood the credibility of where it came from.
Yep.
Remember, 500 interviews, 1,000 deployment, but I didn't do. I could have spent a whole lot more time doing. I didn't need to do more because you
Right.
lifted me high enough. Then I gave the definition of that CPOP is customer point of possibility. So that was a little educational, but then we went into it. So there are two aspects of the program that I typically do. One is focusing on what is your CPOP, and the second is the tell me more,
Mhm.
right? And
Yeah.
the tell me more is now that you understand, like now that I understand this CPOP, and maybe it's close enough to you,
Mhm.
I can actually do your tell me more
Yeah.
because I can feel the playground that this is in. So based on if I'm talking to a 7-Eleven or if I'm talking to a Whole Foods, I can do your tell me more because I know the playground you play in
Mhm.
based on the limited information you gave me.
Got it.
That's how it works. Now, for you personally, to explain yourself, that's it. depends on what the output is and who
Yeah.
you're talking to and what
Fair
you want
enough.
to.
You have to scale back where you can, yeah, I
It's
get it.
yeah, know your audience kind of thing.
Yeah. And I wonder, like, how does this all translate properly onto, like, LinkedIn, for example, which
Oh,
is, I
that's
think,
a
so
good
important,
one. My
right?
LinkedIn is a hot mess because of what you just talked
It's
about.
like, who do you want to be?
I know, and
Who
I
do you
I
want
think my
to be?
LinkedIn stinks because of that, because I have so many
And
different.
I feel like we're in the same we're in the same boat. You know what I mean? Even though we're both from an advertising, marketing, branding background,
But
I
it's
think
like,
we're grappling with the same.
what do we want to get paid for?
Yeah.
The most, I guess.
That it?
Right?
You think that's what it boils
So
down to?
just so you know, you were definitely talking. I have a program for that.
Oh, okay.
Do we need couples counseling?
I know.
No, man, you guys are so much fun. No, so I actually have it's actually a clarity session. So what we're doing, I have a 90-minute session. Everyone gets their CPOP. And then I have 2 other 90-minute sessions I do after that. So the whole thing is $500 for
Oh,
those
cool.
clarity session and 2 credibility boosters. And the next 2 things are really, I'll just give you a high level summary. One is, how do you update your LinkedIn profile to reflect your CPOP?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And then what also is part of that, you guys will both love this, is how do you make sure that you have the appropriate level of social proof?
Yeah.
So that not only you say who you are,
Mm-hmm.
but there are videos and other forms of testimonials of your audience reinforcing who you are.
Here's what's so hard with that, okay? You know, I worked in advertising in New York for 12 years, but that was a while ago, right? So A, a lot of that stuff is no longer available. B, when you work with clients, you are very much at the mercy of their aesthetics and what they would like for the ads to look like, which, you know, it's the classic client agency battle royale. It's what we all struggle with. So a lot of my work, to a degree, is not necessarily representative of what I would have done had I not had somebody, a client side.
But you drive growth, right?
Not necessarily. I mean, I'm not part of the sales team. There's nothing, I can't measure the advertising by sales, you know. We don't advertise to consumers, we advertise to agents who then sell to consumers. And it's, you know, there's price is a big issue. It's a big hindrance in the marketplace.
But but a KPI isn't the amount of agents that you maybe get to sign up. Like, is there some wins? No.
What I do is, I mean, that's really like the sales team going out and, you know, pounding the pavement.
Mm-hmm.
To me, I think the KPI in your world, how easy was it to work with you? And did you deliver what your client wanted to their satisfaction quickly and easily and without fuss?
Well, yes, I do all of those things, but
So I'm cutting
okay.
in first.
Yep.
In terms of how you average, if you're going to work for somebody else as a service provider, you have an opinion of who you are and how things should show up aesthetically. That said, your opinion does not as matter as much as the client opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you're actually delivering what the client wants on time, on budget, in a way that you're fun to work with,
Yep.
that's what should be coming out in your LinkedIn profile.
How do I convey the fun to work with aspect of that?
Yeah, because who says, you know what I mean?
Right.
Would you hire-
I am a fucking delight, pardon my French. But how do I
Go for
convey
it.
But you're a
that?
tough cookie to work with you. You're tough cookie and organized. So, you know, you get the job done.
Maybe I need to put me on my page.
Okay,
Give me a testimonial.
Yes.
So,
She has
by
me
the way,
quaking in my
yes.
boots. But she gets the job.
Yes, queen.
It's facts. You do. You over deliver, hunty.
And under promise.
So on LinkedIn, there's opportunities for you to put video testimonials. There's people give you endorsements. You can write endorsements, receive endorsements, right? There are
Yeah,
many
I have
different
done that.
places.
Okay.
There
Yeah.
are
Maybe it's
many
just about
different- yeah.
asking too, and I've never done it ever.
I mean, people have endorsed my skill sets.
Yes, but I
things
mean
like
asking
that.
for
Oh, that does-
testimonials like
that's-
we've
that's-
done here.
Right.
What about asking
That
for
doesn't mean
testimonials?
much.
Well, see, here's
Maybe
the
a little
other.
bit.
Yeah. Okay.
What about asking for testimonials, just like
guess
we
I
do,
could,
just
but I
like
mean,
we do here?
I'm
Oh,
not
A
actively,
quote?
but here's the thing. I'm not actively really pounding the pavement for a job because A, I have one, and B, I'm trying to start up an entirely new company that it's under an NDA, so I can't really go into it. So I want to polish up my LinkedIn so it's really
Yes.
representative of me, but
Yes.
it's not really to get another job. So I have to tread lightly.
But it's still so important to build that, and I have
Yeah.
to redo mine as well to change
Always
industries
important to
and
redo your LinkedIn.
yeah,
Absolutely. Keep
it's
it
your
polished up.
brand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But can and maybe even what about asking for people for like quotes? Like, cause in June I was supposed to leave this current job in February, but now I'm there until June. What if I ask people
and
for?
then in June should be there till December.
No, it's done for reals. I can't do no more.
I heard this.
No, I didn't want to tell you I was scared. Sorry, Mitchell. We haven't seen each other all week, so this is also our catch-up time.
This is
so-
couples time now.
But is it okay to ask people for a testimonial for your work? Like you just say, okay, well, I'm leaving this and I think I did a great job. Can you give me a testimonial that I can use on my website or my LinkedIn or?
Oh, let's say absolutely, and let's do and, right? So the and is, let's say you're doing something for either of your jobs,
Yep.
and somebody just sends you an email and said, "Oh my God, that was amazing! Thank you. You did blah 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 blah." You can actually just take what they wrote and say, "Hey, this is what you wrote. Can I use this as a testimonial?"
Okay.
Just send them an email, right?
Okay.
You could say, "Hey, listen, I'd love for you to do a LinkedIn testimonial for me. And by the way, this is what you said. Just pop this into the testimonial."
And the cringe of having to post that though.
I know,
Like,
but
oh.
here's an idea too. You could send just a brief thing asking for feedback with a couple questions and have them, if they'd be willing to fill
That's
it
an-
out.
And
That's
then are you
another
gonna
approach.
really post that on LinkedIn though? I feel so bad self-promoting.
Well, if
That's
it-
another
if it-
thing.
But if it helps you build your brand, then maybe it's worth it.
How do you
Because
Actually,
feel about
for-
self-promotion?
For testimonials, the other person's posting, not you.
Oh, you don't just get it and post
So
it
it
and
goes
tag
it
them.
goes at the bottom. All right. So, but you asked about how do you talk about yourself? So there's a book from a guy by the name of Marshall Goldsmith. He's the #1 CEO coach in the world. The
okay,
book is called The Earned Life.
I'm writing this down.
Now, he talks about credibility in two places. Okay. And so he had me do some speaking and talking to his peers when the book was coming out, because for him, credibility is earned twice. The first time is when you do the work to actually earn it.
Mm-hmm.
The second time is when you're in front of the audience that needs to hear it and you tell them. And that's the thing that we've been taught.
Yeah.
Mom, grandma has always taught us to not talk about ourselves. And, the answer is, in today's world, that advice is advice that is not serving us in today's world.
Right.
So if you're in front of the right audience, it's important for you to talk about yourself enough so that you have credibility,
Mhm.
which, by the way, is exactly why I said 500 interviews, 1,000 deployments.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it. Like, boom.
I know. We're
That-
like,
those were-
dang.
yes. Like, I get it. There's no need. I mean, we know you have like a list of accomplishments from here to Jabim, but that's it.
It is.
Too little.
It was. We had us hooked.
It's like he's
Right?
the
So
real
for
deal.
you, that's your job as well.
To figure
Right.
that out.
right?
Okay. Fair
Is
enough.
what is the thing in the audience I'm in front of that I can say that, and by the way, don't ignore servicing destination countries. I mean, there are so many valuable lessons, skills, opportunities, things that you've done that you could bring into your current job that it's not like, okay, I let this stop, now I have to start over. Right? There's all these things that are valuable building blocks of credibility that you can now carry over.
Mhm.
Let's take a quick commercial break, and when we return, more with Mitchell Levy, the credibility coach. Welcome back to Crazy Rich Neighbors, and it's Mitchell Levy, my bad, the credibility coach, who is on Fuego right now.
Yes.
I don't if I need to do one, honestly. I think we're good with your example.
I think we have work to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think it takes
And
retrospection.
there's so much I can't talk about with this new thing I'm
Yes.
working on.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I would just drive you insane, Mitchell.
Get on my account. Get on my account. You can come to one of the events.
I think
but
I do
that's
need
public
to
as
like,
well, and-
yeah, maybe
yeah.
we get a little private sesh going on.
Yep. So, Mitchell, you have an event coming up or something that you'd like to promote or talk to our audience about?
No, I always have stuff coming up.
Yes.
But there's one that's super powerful at the moment. And what I'm going to say, and this will be part of a interesting Tell Me More. So let me share my CPOP and Tell Me More,
Yep.
and then tell you where the event fits in.
Awesome.
So my CPOP is 8 words. Coaches who've created a job, not a business.
Nice.
So I serve coaches, consultants, small businesses where there's 1 to 2 primary rainmakers who have been taught how to serve their client, typically some transformational thing that brings the client from A to B. But you know what they haven't been taught? They haven't been taught business development. They haven't been taught how to have a consistent business that is continually flowing with referral partners, by the way, as important as customers. So with referral partners and customers. So we have a Done With You program that helps clients do that.
Nice.
Notice, by the way, the part about me, I presented the picture and then I said, yeah, we do that. Right. But because the picture was so clear, you're like, oh, he's so clear about what he does. He must do that. And by the way, we do. So the audience that I never thought I would serve, and I am serving now, is coaches, because the biggest issue with coaches is they are very servant leader focused. They very much want to do good. And many of them have been taught and are certified to do really well at what they do. And they have very small business, right?
Yeah.
So the average coach, there's 100,000 executive coaches in the US. The average salary is $50,000.
Oof.
Right.
Uh-oh.
Crazy, right? So I created with one of my partners, I created a summit, a free summit called Coaching Fest. And by the way, this is the good time to bring up the
Okay,
page.
we'll transfer over to your website momentarily so our bougie crew watching on YouTube can check it out. And if you're listening to the audio version, head on over to our YouTube channel and check out the video if you're interested in Coaching Fest.
Yeah, so it's coachingfest.com. I've got some of it's two-day events, and I've got some of the best coaching voices on the planet who I'm doing interviews on things like, how do you write good words? How do you work with outsourced customers? How do you price your services? What should the website look like? Some of these speakers who I interviewed, the Marshall Goldsmith's the #1 CEO coach on the
Oh, I
planet.
recognize him.
Ben Gay III is the last living disciple of Napoleon Hill.
Oh
And
my
so he-
goodness.
I love Napoleon
does my
Hill.
husband.
Oh, I listen to his
Well,
audiobooks
that's-
going to sleep.
That's how I got to doing this. As I interviewed 500 thought leaders, it was my self-prescribed Napoleon Hill journey.
You have the coolest bio photo, by the way.
Absolutely. Love
Mr.
that.
Thank you. Right. And so what's interesting is we could all learn by being able to get aha moments. I ended up taking a couple of these videos where I interviewed somebody, put them on my own personal Vimeo, and asked my team, hey, can you watch this 2 or 3 times and let's talk again? And so this is a event to sign up for. It's free to sign up for, and would love to see you there.
Awesome.
Oh, cool. Thank you so much for joining us,
Yes,
Mitchell.
and how about your social media coordinates where our bougie crew can get an
Probably the
extra
best. So
content?
yeah, go to coachingfest.com. And for social media, you could go to mitchelllevy.com, and that has access. If you decided it made sense to book time on the calendar, you could do that.
Oh, cool.
You could also push me over to LinkedIn. And then all the other products or services I have are offer the mitchelllevy.com. So that's 3 L's, mitchelllevy.com.
Awesome.
Terrific. We love having you join us. Thank you so much, Mitchell.
Lord have mercy. Child, we
I love him.
I know he is awesome.
He
We have a lot of
is.
work to do, though. We have
I
like such
know.
full bodies of work and different.
Well, that's just it. I'm
skills.
glad you asked the question about like when you have so many different
Yeah, it's like, how
fields
do
of
you-
experience. Yeah, my LinkedIn is a hot mess.
But we'll figure it out.
We will. Stay
Yes.
tuned, Bougie Crew.
I know, and at least we have substance, honey.
we do. It's better than not having nothing, honey.
Yes, yes.
Okay, well, my Bougie Bible pick this week is a clothing brand called Quince.
Love Quinn.
Oh my! Don't you just love Quince? Okay, this shirt is not Quince. My new Quince stuff arrived, but I don't have a Miss Sheila to iron it for me, so and I didn't have time.
Drop it over.
I just didn't have
Hang
time
it on the door.
today. So Quince is like an affordable brand of everyday, elegant clothes. It's high quality essentials at a price that won't gouge you. What I really love is they have this whole range of washable silk. Whether it's blouses, I got 2 blouses, but they have dresses, all kinds of dresses, and it's like the blouses were like $79,
Yes.
and they look way more
And
expensive.
they wash well.
Yeah, I mean, washable silk. Give me a break. So it's like beautiful things,
Awesome.
timeless, classic pieces,
Great material.
great materials. Quince.com, you guys. Check it out.
Love it. Will you be shopping at American Orchard Society?
I will not. Thank you very much.
Meghan Markle's new word salad.
What the fish?
Brand.
American Orchard Riviera.
Riviera.
That makes no fazookin' sense.
People are like, we do not have Rivieras in America, honey. That's Europe. I'm like, oh my God.
Either call it American Orchard or American Riviera.
Yeah,
What the hell is
American
this?
Riviera actually sounds very good.
Right?
But why do you have
Let's
to stick the
trademark that.
orchard? Why do you have
I
to
don't
stick the
know.
orchard
She
in
gonna
it?
be picking apples? I don't think so.
God, or even Orchard Riviera or something. But American Orchard Riviera.
It's terrible. If this was my client, I would be like,
Girl.
no, you're a hot mess.
You know she thinks that is the
At
bomb.
least she should have focus group tested that shit anonymously.
I don't think anybody can tell her nothing.
Well, she's making
She
a
knows.
fool out of herself.
Who said, oh, yes, let's trademark this? This is
Yeah.
a winner.
Harry,
Oh.
Lilibet.
Oh my God! While we're speaking about the royals,
let's do another. Let's
yes.
record another segment.
Okay. All right. So, anyways, guys, my bougie Bible. I'm fresh back from Santa Monica. I was there for business. Then we went to see the kids for like a weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They came and hung with us. And so I will have to give shout out to Shutters on the Beach.
Love Shutters.
Yes. At first, when I went in, I'm like, this is stiff as all hell. But it felt very Martha's Vineyard-y, Westchester-y. Not that no problems with those, but it just seemed a little bit like I thought it would have been a bit like more hip. It was.
Oh no, it's
It
like
was
an
very
institution.
bougie, honey. I mean,
Yeah.
it was very bougie.
Yeah.
No,
No, it's never going to be an SLS or anything
but
like
it
that.
was very coastal.
Oh,
Love
yeah.
it. I would definitely stay
Gorgeous.
there. Kids came and stayed with us as well.
Nice.
And we went out to a new Italian restaurant in Santa Monica called Elefante, which is cool, right on the water, open, very hip, chic, trendy, and cool.
Nice.
And another hip, trendy place is called Bungalow at the Fairmont Hotel. They have a DJ, and then it's like you're in people's like a one level estate, and you go from like the smoking room to nobody
Oh.
smoking, but like to the living room, to the pool table, and it was
Ooh.
like somebody's home.
I love that.
But they had a DJ and then an outdoor court that was enclosed, and it was tons of
Soups
fun.
sexy.
Yes. So that's all we got, you guys.
Share this ish with your favorite bad bitch.
Or follow us on your favorite podcast platform to never miss an episode.
follow us on the gram. We're on TikTok. We're
No
on
child, TikTok going down. I can't
Oh.
even log in.
TikTok. Never mind. Facebook CRN Podcast. Yep.
And that's it. And that is it. Show us some love, guys. Send us a review, something.
Yes, we need some
okay?
reviews, please.
Yes,
and
we
some
need-
subscribes.
Absolutely. Best is what? Apple, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, but
yes,
we'll-
Queen. And
but
Spotify.
we'll take it
we
anywhere.
got a couple hundy on Spotify too.
Yes, I love Spotify.
And remember, if you have to ask who your crazy neighbor is, it's probably you.
Bye, Bougie Crew.
Be good.
Love y'all.
Bye, Ben.
Bye. Bye. Bye.